Then again, it's throwing punches, ripping each other's helmets off.
I was a sailor on number 5, went on west back in 85, didn't know.
Hi, welcome to World Sports Weekly. I'm your host, Natalie Rydström. The US PGA Championship takes place at Oak Hill in Rochester, New York, from the 8th to the 11th of August. It's the golf season final major, earning its nickname, Glory's Last Shot. With just over a week to go, sportswriter Richard O'Hagan joins us now to preview the early win market. Richard, thanks for joining us.
Hi, Natalie.
Now, leading the win market, as always, is Tiger Woods, priced at 6, followed by British Open winner Phil Mickelson, priced at 13. Last year's PGA winner Rory McIlroy is 7th favourite, priced at 26, all odds courtesy of Bet365. Now, which player do you think are in the frame to win this tour this year?
Well, I don't think it's any of the three that you just mentioned, Natalie. Mickelson's been playing by far the best of those three this year. He did brilliantly to win the British Open. Everybody was really surprised when he came through the field on the last day to become the first left-hander to win that tournament in the last 50 years. So he's on a little bit of a roll, but I don't really see this course as suiting his game. Tiger Woods always starts favourite for a major, and he hasn't won one for the last 5 years. And frankly, if you're looking to back Tiger to win this one, I think you should probably be saving your money and looking to place it elsewhere because, again, he doesn't look the player of old anymore, and I don't really see him clawing back the wins that he needs to overtake Jack Nicklaus, as he looked like he was going to at one point in his career. Rory McIlroy's had a terrible, terrible season since changing his clubs earlier at the turn of the year, and at the Open again up in Scotland, he just didn't look like he got any confidence, and he wasn't hitting the ball well at all. So I would discount him for this. I think instead the guys you look for probably are players who've been doing well but unspectacularly. So Adam Scott's gone very well in all his tournaments since he became a major winner. Jason Day possibly, although he seems to have this unhappy knack of getting well into the frame for the first 3 rounds and then blowing it in the last one. But my money particularly for this tournament would be on Brandt Snedeker. He's got a reputation as being the best putter in world golf, and he's certainly going to need that at Oak Hill. But also, he did well in the British Open, and he won in Canada last week in the most recent big tournament. So he's a guy who's in really good form. You'll get decent odds on him, and my money would be on him. As an outside bet, I would look at Hunter Mahn, who's another guy who did very well in the Open, faded slightly towards the end, but he got himself into some difficult positions and got himself out of them as well, which is always a good sign. Pulled out in Canada after his wife went into labour unexpectedly early. So got his priorities right. And we've actually seen in the past that there's a bit of a correlation between people spending time with their families and doing well in major championships. Phil Mickelson has done that recently, flying around, tying in family time with big golf tournaments and doing well in them. So that might be a little omen for you as well.
Okay, now you mentioned Tiger Woods is always, number 1 on the odds. Why is that?
I think it's brand recognition more than anything. People back him on his past form, on his past achievements. Yes, he's a great golfer, and on his day he will beat anyone in the world. But the last 5 years, the competition has caught up with him, and it just shows how very hard it is to sustain the very high level of play that you need to be able to win a tournament. If you look down the world top 10 at the moment, most of those guys have been world number 1 at some point in their careers and slipped back again. And that's the toughness at the top. And Tiger Woods, people will put money on him because they respect him, they know his name, and also they secretly hope that maybe he'll come through and he will actually pick up those 4 wins he needs to go level with Jack Nicklaus. But what it does is it lengthens the odds on everybody else, and that's good for us because all the while people want to back a guy who probably isn't going to win and make him favourite, we can actually clean up a little bit lower down the order.
Now, is there any chance we'll see an outsider win like last time?
Well, yeah, the last time we played at Oak Hill, the guy who won was 169th in the world. Don't really see that happening this time, particularly if the weather is forecast to be good, which it is at the moment. If you get really bad weather on a course like Oak Hill, then that levels out the playing field and pretty much anybody can win. It's whoever on the day can scramble the best. But on this occasion, no, I don't see anyone coming through the pack. And certainly if you're looking at anybody that's more than about 50 to 1, then you're probably looking too far down.
And finally, who or what are the value bets at this stage?
Well, certainly the value bets will be on, first of all, guys who have gone well recently to finish in the top 6 or the top 10. You'll find markets on both of those. I'd certainly be looking at Adam Scott and Jason Day in those markets, possibly even someone like Graham McDowell, who didn't actually have a terribly good time of it over in Canada last week, but who I think is a player who's suited to this course. Also, you can look at things like where the cut will be. Well, historically, that's been around about 4 or 5 over par on this course when the weather's been good. So you probably want to look round about there. What the winning margin will be, again, if the weather stays good, then you're probably only looking at 1 or 2 shots on this course. So again, get in there now, because those markets will fluctuate as the tournament goes on. So make sure you've got your eye on the ball with that, because you might want to start laying off some of those bets if things start going either terribly well for somebody or terribly badly for everyone.
Okay, Richard, thanks for joining us.
You're welcome.